Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here on the BusterLIVE channel. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about another clown on the internet. Today, we're going to be talking about Neon, and a very similar situation to the Jack Doherty video we dropped yesterday. He also finally found out the consequences to his own actions. Boys, I swear, we're seeing a complete paradigm shift here, and I'm loving it. Now, believe me, fellas, I have my fair share of criticisms when it comes to Neon, but like my criticisms when it comes to Jack Doherty, the first one I always want to talk about is the fact that his girlfriend is an OnlyFans model.
So, is this your first ever relationship with a girl ever?
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Good as fuck.
What the?
Why are you talking like that?
And how old are you?
I'm 20.
What do you do for a living?
I do social media in general. I did pageantry before I did social media.
What do you do now?
I own 2 businesses and I do OnlyFans.
Aside from the obvious question, how do you ever let yourself get into a relationship with somebody that does literal porn for a living? I think the next best question would be, how the hell is he gonna put her on the spot like that in front of tens of thousands of people? She got asked what she does for a living, and she's trying to give the vague response that most OnlyFans models do when they're asked what they do for a living. Oh, I do social media, I do content creation. And he's just like, no, tell them what you do. I think the saddest thing to me about Neon's relationship is that it's a perfect example of a young man being brainwashed to accept things in a relationship that no human being should ever accept in a relationship, no matter what gender you are. And he's also kind of self-aware of it as well, the way that he puts her on the spot and asks her, what do you do for a living? He even goes on later in that podcast with Fresh and Fit to say he doesn't like that she does OnlyFans.
So let's say you're being genuine, right? Because I do believe there's some kind of type of, like, I want to say, sincere feelings here. What does this mean for you? Because obviously you can see he does have a concern about OnlyFans. So if he asks you, listen, Sam, I mess with you a lot. You're really cool. Would you start OnlyFans for him? Be honest.
Yeah, I would.
Wait, seriously?
Stop the cap.
Really?
I would. There's no reason I should be doing it for
Deactivate
like
your
longer
account
than
right now.
2 to 3
On
years.
air.
On air. Let's do it.
Deactivate
Right
your
now.
account right
Boom.
now on air.
No, it's not worth it for me right now.
So he's aware of how messed up the situation is. He's just genuinely been convinced by the world around him that if he was to set standards in his relationship, that he would be controlling and manipulative. Anyways, the real point of us being here today talking about Neon is because, like I said before, like Jack Doherty, he's actually been put in his place recently. For some reason, these streamers, these younger dudes that just go around talking a bunch of crap, they seem to think they can just say whatever they want and get away with it. Social etiquette out the window, basic human decency non-existent. Well, thank God the world around them has been showing them that that's absolutely not the case. Unfortunately, when you want to be an idiot and essentially brand yourself on that and that alone, you're probably going to face a lot of real-world repercussions, and that's what these two have been learning a lot recently. It feels really weird to see people like Jack Doherty and Neon doing as well as they are right now, because it gives off like 2016 YouTube vibes, where people saw the money that was available and were willing to do anything to get it.
Yeah, can you get one? Yeah. Okay.
Like, I feel like we had a good couple of buffer years there where people were like kind of sane on this platform. I feel like there was definitely like a gap between the 2018 days where we had people like Rice Gum and other characters like that doing well on the platform, and the 2023 days where we have characters essentially like that returning and doing just as well as they were doing back then. It just feels like we've kind of gone full circle, and I'm not really here for it, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm here to make content on it, but I'm personally not really here for it. I hate this shit. I hate it. Anyways, as I'm sure many of us know, Neon's main sort of theme, his main sort of character, his brand essentially, is being a complete and utter dickhead. He has really zero regard for the consequences of what he says could actually end up being. At least he didn't before this instance we're going to be talking about in today's video. Essentially, Neon went way too far about a week ago in saying that he was going to walk up to Donald Trump at a UFC event and talk his shit to him.
You know, I'm gonna talk my shit to Trump, and then it's gonna be a very good experience. And I'm gonna talk my shit. I don't care if the Secret Service is there. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk shit. So
now let's get one thing straight, okay? This is a live streamer, somebody who creates content for a living, somebody who provides absolutely zero value to society while simultaneously being massively influential. Talking about going up and talking shit, whether the Secret Service is there or not, to a former US president and future presidential candidate. Buddy, you cannot be saying things like this about political figures as somebody with a massive degree of influence. I feel like something like this should be pretty common knowledge, but apparently Neon had to learn the hard way.
Neon's not allowed in.
what?
They dropped your name specifically.
Huh?
They just dropped your name specifically, bro. They said Neon is not allowed in.
In the stadium?
Yes.
What?
Perfect. Thank you.
What the hell?
I'm not allowed in the store.
You specifically. So now I need to talk to them about refunding the damn money.
Hold on, no. There's no fucking way.
No, you stay your ass in the car.
So I'm not sure what Neon thought was going to happen as a result of him saying what he said publicly, you know, on the internet for literally anybody in the world to see. But apparently this outcome was shocking to him. I guess he didn't expect this at all. So after finding out that there was nothing they could really do past that point, there was no real possibility of attending the event, I imagine they just went about their own night and did their own streaming thing. But funnily enough, a reporter actually asked Dana White later on about Neon, and this is what Dana White had to say.
There's a popular streamer online called Neon, and he said he was banned from the arena tonight, specifically by...
He said he was banned from the arena? No, what happened is he said some stupid shit on Instagram, and, you know, he bought tickets so he wasn't anywhere close. When you start saying stupid shit like that, yeah, you're probably going to get busted up and thrown out of here, you know, making threats and talking dumb shit, looking for clout.
I believe he said he was going to...
I don't care what he said.
I think he said he was going to confront Donald Trump.
I don't care what he said. Did he?
Well, he wasn't able to.
He's this fucking tall, too. You know that? Fucking punk.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice talk.
Well, I don't think this is exactly what he meant, but my dad did always tell me growing up that you could tell a man to go fuck himself, and if you use the right words, he'll look at you and say thank you. Dana White ripped this guy apart, and he literally said, thanks, daddy. Imagine going to school for 3 years and getting a journalism degree just to go get shit on by celebrities that are so disillusioned from reality, they don't even understand the questions you're asking them. Anyways, later the next day, Neon himself didn't even apologize to start with. He did. I'll show you guys the clip in a second. But initially, Neon had nothing to say. It was his manager that came to the rescue and apologized for him on Twitter. And if I can find that screenshot, I'll read it for you guys. Hold up. Out of respect for the whole UFC, Dana White, Red Rock, and the greatest president to ever live, last night my client's actions were unacceptable, and I'd like to formally apologize to anyone that was disrespected. Last night was the final straw. No more disrespectful trolling. A couple of hours after this came out, Neon would also come out and give his own personal apology in the form of a video on Twitter. I'll go ahead and roll that for you guys now.
I want to start off by, you know, apologizing to UFC, Donald Trump, and Dana White for everything I said. And, you know, I actually, that night when I said all that shit, and, like, the problem with me is, like, I put the camera on and I black out and I don't realize, and, like, I actually started to realize it, like, it hit me in the head, Chad. It hit me in the head that I'm, like, really, like, doing too much. Like, too much. Like, it's not even worth it. Like, I, like, talk too crazy and I don't even realize it. And it's like, I don't even try to get the clip. It's not even that. I don't even try to go for the clip. It's just, I just say whatever the fuck I want, and I feel like I'm behind a screen when in reality I'm in person. Like, someone could literally just come, like, and just shoot me in the head, but I don't, like, understand it, and it's fucked. But I'm not even looking at the chat. I don't care if y'all, what the fuck y'all are saying. But I want to sincerely apologize. I didn't mean anything I said, and it should have never come out of my mouth in the first place, and I take ownership. That was the first time it was like 3 a.m. I literally went down at Red Rock, and he called me down, and I face-to-face apologized to him like a man, and it was really good, and he accepted it. And yeah, that was the first time I've ever had to apologize to someone in person, and it made me realize that, you know, I'm not this big fucking tough guy. I'm a loser, and I got to realize it, you know. And he didn't have to accept my apology or whatever. He could have just said fuck me to my face and whatever, but he accepted it. And thank you for that, bro. If you ever see this clip, I really appreciate it, bro. W Dana in the chat, bro. I literally went on stream outside of a gun range and said I'm gonna talk shit to Donald Trump, and said I don't care about the Secret Service. Like, how stupid am I, bro?
So that was a bit of a longer clip, but I wanted to play it in its entirety because, to be honest with you guys, despite everything that Neon's done, it genuinely seems like this instance made him actually think. It really looks like he's actually trying to take accountability for what he did and not just do this for internet points. Unlike the situation that we talked about with Jack Doherty the other day, this one seems to have a bit more of a satisfactory ending. It looks like Neon's willing to take the mistake that he made and grow from it, as opposed to capitalizing on it like Jack Doherty's doing. I feel like we're gonna have a lot more videos to make on Jack Doherty, but Neon seems like he's going to be clear of the line of fire for a little bit at least. He's still doing stuff like sniffing his dad's chair, but aside from that, doesn't look like there's any more political threats taking place. So good job, Neon. Keep it up, bud. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. Make sure you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, of course. And with all that out of the way, I'm out of here. Peace.